Hey, greetings. My name is Dr. Gray Indris, and I'd like to welcome you to the Missouri Western Masters of Social Work program. I'd like to take a few minutes to answer a few questions and share with you a little bit about the program. Our program began as a dream during lunch in the spring of 2021. We were invited to lunch by the president of the university, and during lunch, she asked us, the social work faculty, had we ever thought about a master's of social work program? And that planted the seed. In the summer of 2021, we put together a team, a committee, which included myself, Dr. Pam Clary, the director of the BSW program, Jana Fry, the director of field practicum, our dean from our School of Health, Professional Health, and the dean from the graduate school. Right out of the gate, we realized we had a problem, and that was the current rules for the Council of Social Work Education were difficult for small universities to jumpstart a program. We knew that the rules were going to change, and a new set of rules called EPAS 2022 would be coming out. So we needed to wait a minute because the new EPAS was designed for a small school like Missouri Western to jumpstart an MSW program. So we began our curriculum development. In the fall of 2021, I had to present that curriculum to the undergraduate committee for approval. Because it's a small program and we are jumpstarting, we have to do what's called cross-listing a few classes. That is, there'll be a few classes where BSW students and MSW students will be in the same class with different syllabuses, but studying similar ideas. The BSW will be studying, more preliminary information, where the MSW student will be looking at and studying advanced information on that topic. Once I got undergraduate committee approval in the spring of 2022, I had to take the curriculum and get graduate committee approval. Once that was done, we took the entire curriculum and idea of the MSW program, and it was presented to the Board of Governors for approval. Once that approval was granted, the university named an interim director, and then we jump-started into the spring of 2023. In the spring of 2023, we submitted our application. We submitted at the end of March benchmark one draft for review. In the June of 2023, we were granted pre-candidacy status, which meant that we are now in a 3-year cohort program to reach accreditation. We will have a pre-candidacy site visit the fall of 2023, and this allows us to open the doors and welcome students in the fall of 2023. It's time to roll. It's time to get started. So right out of the gate, I think one of the questions that I've been asked multiple times is, will my degree count? You're not accredited yet. In short, the answer is yes, but I'd like to explain to you the process. This is documentation right out of the EPAS 2022 guidelines. Currently, our program is in pre-candidacy for accreditation. Again, as I shared, we submitted an application in the spring of 2023. We submitted benchmark one draft for approval. So we have been granted pre-candidacy status. Students who enter programs in pre-candidacy status that attain candidacy in the academic year in which they began their program of study will be retroactively recognized as having graduated from a CSWE accredited program. So you start in the fall of 2023, the fall of 2024, and when we reach accreditation, your degree will count. Again, this is why we waited. Had we started the program before pre-candidacy approval, any student that took a class, that class wouldn't count. So this is why waiting was so important, and yet it was a challenging process. This is a 3-year process. Year 1 is benchmark 1, year 2, benchmark 2, year 3, benchmark 3. Each one of those years, we will have a visitor from the CSWE come out and meet with students, faculty. Each year we'll grow our program. Right out of the gate, we have 2 dedicated staff members to the MSW program. In year 2, benchmark 2, we will grow to 3 staff. In year 3, benchmark 3, we will grow to 4 staff. So yes, your degree is going to count. So I want to share with you a little bit about our mission, our purpose, and our values. Our program is grounded in applied learning, just like our university mission statement. We strive to create change by valuing human dignity, cultural diversity, and promoting social and economic and environmental justice in the northwest corner of Missouri, the nation, and the world. And we want to introduce you to the grand challenges. We want to prepare our students to be competent social workers grounded in a generalist perspective who value dignity, human dignity, social and economic justice, cultural humility, and creating a just and responsive social and economic systems to reduce poverty, oppression, and discrimination. Our goal is to be a student-centered learning community focused on client-centered, trauma-focused practice. We value right out of the gate respecting human dignity, the importance of human relationships, integrity, competence, social justice, service, and enhancement of the well-being and quality of life for all through the linkages of the grand challenges. I'm really excited to share the grand challenges with you. As a student, as you progress through the program, we're going to ask you to identify a grand challenge that really speaks to you to help you have focus in your MSW studies. The 13 grand challenges are divided into 3 areas. The first area is the individual and family well-being. The second area is a stronger social fabric. And the third area is a just society. Individual and family well-being is grounded in the 4 following: ensuring the healthy development of youth, closing the health gap, building healthy relationships to end violence and advance long and productive lives. The second section of the grand challenges, stronger social fabric, also has four sections: eradicating social isolation, and we've had a lot of that in the last few years; ending homelessness; creating social responses to a changing environment; and harnessing technology for good. The third has 5 sections: eliminating racism, promoting smart decarceration, building financial capability and assets for all, reducing extreme economic injustice, and achieving equal opportunity and justice for all. Each one of these grand challenges is a unique problem in of itself. In fact, a wicked problem. Eliminating racism, eliminating family violence, and eliminating social isolation, homelessness. These are wicked problems that are complicated, and we're excited to share these grand challenges with you to help you ground yourself in your studies. Admissions to our program is ready to go. It requires a bachelor's degree. We have 2 plans of study, which I'll get to in a minute, but both plans of study require a bachelor's degree from an accredited university. You have to have a 2.75 or better. Otherwise, you can apply for a conditional acceptance. In addition, we want you to have taken a biology course with a lab and a statistics course. If you have a degree without a statistics course, for instance, we can admit you conditionally, and the plan is for you to take a statistics class at the same time or before getting into the program. You'll need a statement of purpose, a 1-page narrative which describes your purpose in seeking admission and what you hope to gain from the experience. In addition, we want you to talk about your experiences and thoughts about human diversity, inclusion, equity, and competency. You'll need to provide your official transcripts. You'll need 2 professional references and a criminal background check. Applicants who have been found guilty of Class A or B felonies, violent offenses towards others, won't be admitted to our program. Again, we have 2 plans of study. The first is advanced standing. This means you have a BSW from an accredited university. Hey, maybe you have a BSW from Missouri Western. We'd love for you to come back. Our program is a one-year program. You'll be in practicum and you will take courses in the fall and spring, as well as a bridging class. You'll take a class in family and child welfare. You'll take a practice class in the fall. You'll take a practicum in your practicum all year. You'll take a class in trauma and violence, a class in mental health and diagnosis, how to assess and diagnose mental health issues. You'll take 2 mini classes, which include crisis intervention, suicide awareness, and ending racism, cultural humility. The second mini class is medical and rural social work. Why do we have many classes? Because right out of the gate, we can't have a bunch of electives. Down the road, we would love to have electives, but right out of the gate, the classes are designed to really give you a generous perspective. And the mini class format allows us to have that feel of electives. In addition, all classes are what we call a blended format. They have an online content and an in-person content. Some classes will meet weekly, some classes will meet every other week in person, and all of them have an online component. Our program is not right out of the gate a 100% online program. That is a different kind of program that we may aspire to, but right out of the gate, we'll have online components, but our classes are not 100% online. Our second plan of study is the traditional plan of study. This is a bachelor's degree from an accredited university, maybe a degree in education like I had, a degree in nursing, a degree in criminal justice, a degree in early elementary, sociology, psychology. We'd love to have all of those students come join us. This field of study is a 2-year program. The first year you'll be in practicum. The second year you'll be in a clinical practicum. That first year you'll take classes in child welfare, practice, policy, human behavior, advanced research methods, and program evaluation, which will allow you in year 2 to take classes, a second practice class, a class on trauma and violence, mental health diagnosis, and our 2 mini classes, crisis intervention, suicide awareness, and ending racism, cultural humility, and medical and rural social work practice. Again, we're so excited for you to think about our program. We welcome you. If you have any questions, please reach out to either myself, Dr. Gray Endres. I go by Gray, as I am currently the director of the program, and we would love to have you. We're ready. Are you ready?